Birdie Fab on the road edition. We're about 2.5 hours from home. Came down to recover this Acura. It's a 2015 Acura TSX. It ran hot and was driven a significant amount after it was discovered that it was overheated. So definitely got a popped radiator, hoping that it's not a head gasket failure at this point. But yeah, down here with a birdie, got a U-Haul car dolly. So I'd like the original parking lot radiator swap. We're just gonna grab it and drag it home and do some diagnostics on it at that point. So we'll see. We're gonna look at it a little bit while it's still here, and but major stuff's gonna happen later. So I dropped some pictures in of what we initially saw, but you can kind of see it down there too. This frothy, oily looking stuff. But squeeze the upper radiator hose and you can see some, well, yeah, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's pushing some air out of that. But let's see what our dipstick looks like here. Okay, I'll buy that. It don't look like there's any coolant in the oil, so that's good. Maybe it is just a radiator, hopefully. And it looks like, as we were talking earlier about the swap, it looks like it's, might be jinxing ourselves, but it looks like it's a pretty easy swap here. But we're gonna get it fired up. Well, got a code scanner. We'll scan it for codes just to see if it's got anything stored for kicks. But I mean, I'm not seeing anything horrible at this point. Was hoping that it wasn't gonna be a head gasket issue. Hopefully not, but so far so good. I'm gonna get it on the dolly. Well, actually we're gonna do the code scan first and just see what it's got, and then see about getting it up on the dolly. All right, got our scanner hooked up. Turn the ignition on. And let's see what we got. Never used this scanner before, so it may have to fiddle with it some, but I don't think so. I imagine if it's got code stored, it'll tell us that right now. Yep, so it's got one code. Let's see what we got. Engine coolant temperature sensor 1, circuit low. Okay. Okay. Well, the coolant definitely got hot. So, all right. Or that may be set because there wasn't any coolant and it thought that it should be at a certain temperature. But anyway, that's the only code it's got. Let's see. Anything pending? Yeah, same. So, yeah. Same thing. We're about to get copyright strike, boys. Okay. Maybe not. But yeah, nothing major there, so. All right, we'll fire up. make a lap right quick just to make sure it's not gonna fall off before we get back on the road. Parking brakes off. It's front wheel drive, so no worry there. Yep, seems reasonable. All right, let's get this show on the road, or on the road to dinner. The Birdie Fab on location at a Birdie's garage. This is 2015? 2005. Acura TSX. I forgot, all right? It's been a couple of weeks since we hauled it home, as you just saw. But anyway, trip home is fine, no problem. The thing actually had some antifreeze in it. It's not fully empty. So, of course, it's dry now. He cleared it out, dumped it out. But anyway, we're going to start digging into this thing, see where we get. Looks pretty straightforward. It's probably not. I don't know. We'll see. So here's what we're thinking. Pull this cover off, just the push pin stuff, get that out of the way, get these brackets loose up top. Got to get the fans out of the way. That's bolted to the radiator, it looks like. Some wiring harnesses for the fans. Probably this surge tank's got to come out, disconnect hoses, and should be clear. Here's the new radiator over here. It's kind of, you can see at the top where some things bolt. Nothing really down here, just the little holes for the grommets down at the base. And these, I guess it's probably transmission cooler lines. They look like they just slide on though, no clips or, C-clips or anything. So that should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully it's just a hose clamp down there. Got to remember to tighten those though, so good thing I just touched that, because that's the kind of stuff I forget about. But all right, so here we go. Gonna get plugging. I have one that, well, I have a bunch of plastic ones, and I have one that somebody left in a vehicle that I was getting, that I had some body work done on.
Yeah.
And it looks like it started off life as a flat blade screwdriver, and they modified it. It's actually the best one that I have.
Always do this.
Yeah. The homemade tool. Also, I decided to splurge on some tools recently. And by splurge, I mean spend the least amount of money possible for something janky that I hope works. So I bought some Hyper Tough. Bought a ratchet and an impact, a 3/8 drive impact from Walmart. And I saw enough YouTube reviews where I figured, hey, it's worth a shot. Plus it's like $35 for this, I think. So we'll try it out here to see how it goes. It may blow apart. Hopefully it doesn't. You got a spot for those?
Yeah, I was gonna go grab something to put a full container real quick.
Here, you got sockets, 3/8 drive sockets.
That's a quarter.
Yeah.
Yep. Ten's what it should be.
Always a 10. Surprised you still got a 10, because, you know, normally they get lost. That's the whole thing. You know, you can buy whole sets. You can buy sets of 10mm sockets. It's only 10
It's only
millimeter,
10s.
but like different, like deep well and shallow, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Be able to do that.
Yeah. Backwards.
Sure did. It's already in reverse. Alright, it didn't blow apart yet. It did a little weird though, with the toggle. Okay, some pliers. Get that guy.
These are supposed to be for this.
See, look at that. This is not the Birdie Fab way, by the way. So you use regular pliers and then you cuss.
There we go.
Have you seen the kind that's cable actuated?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
Those things are cool. I saw one before, but it was like, I think it was snap-on, and so that means it's like $1 trillion. So of course I don't have one.
I just fixed the tripod, so I don't know if you need to fix it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I hit it pretty good.
Tuck this guy.
Yep.
Up and out of the way. Adjustment. Oh, good. Because we keep it real. There's not a whole lot of, we're not going to edit anything out around here. So, let's see. It looks like those. Yeah, that's the harness. Okay. So this guy, unplug. Yep. And still, there's another harness down there.
Yeah, there's some down.
Can it come up any without?
Well, what I've read or what I watched said you should take the fans off first. It makes it easier. So we're going to take this tank off and the fans, because they'll just pull right out. But we got to get these braces off.
Yeah. Well, the tank is bolted to the fans, so it should come out as a unit.
Right, but what I'm saying is that they're saying that it's harder to get maneuver the the radiator out with the fans
Oh
on.
yeah. That's what I was trying to
Oh, I got you.
do, is figure out how to detach it from that other harness down there. It kind of looks like, well, that's, you know, that's one of those, that one's pushed. It's one of those zip ties that push in. Great, let's get that little tool, pry that out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know there was a trick to it. Because I remember up there. Let me get a better flashlight over there.
Yeah. Take this one down. So this is not attached. So it looks like is there anything? Is there one of these on the other side too, or not?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Just this one.
So let's get.
I think if I could get my hand there. Pull it.
Bring the camera over here and show that real quick. So it looks like there's one harness that comes up like from the main vehicle harness and then it splits off. So what we're trying to do right now is see that down in the hole there, trying to get that unplugged or disconnected from the fan shroud, and then it looks like it should lift out, but of course that AC hose is right there where your hand can't fit, you know, as they do.
Yeah.
Just wonder to move these brackets so we can get the fans up enough to maybe have to get a little bit extra clearance to get down in there.
Yeah.
So pop that. Just gonna. I think this is one of those pushy in tight to release. Yep. Put that off to itself. Alright, get these pulled out.
I was gonna loosen them, but I want you to be able to use your new tool.
Yeah, you know, work smarter, not harder. Yeah, won't see that again. At least not for a few minutes, at least. It's out. So much of the aluminum.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see. Make some kind of progress over here. Well, this is another
This will
one
come
of
out?
those. Yeah, it's got another one of those push
Yeah.
push clips.
Never seen a push clip, but I would have broke that.
Yeah, maybe it's a who makes this? Is it Toyota?
Honda.
Honda. Something else I was tinkering with. Oh, this is two different
Yeah, two fans.
pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought it'd come out as a single, so yeah.
Those are twos as well.
Let's get that. Let's go ahead and get that tank out.
Here, I got just an old fashioned. However you want to do it.
See?
I'll let you do it. They're still cooling in there.
Alright. So this one
Should just pull
should
right
lift
up.
down out. Something's still hanging us up over here. It's that wire. Pry tool. There's a little. It's a zip tie, but it's got a.
Oh, it's hooked to the
Christmas tree.
actual. Yeah. Hooked to the. Yeah, I remember that now. Hooked to the actual frame or the plastic shroud.
Yeah. Try to get it off without breaking it, but can't really get under it like this. Screwdriver. Get a little lip. Open a little, you know, get a little lip open. Get under that with that other tool. I think that's gonna get us. Now, there we go. Take that whole clip off the shroud. How's it attached?
Same way.
There's actually a screw, Phillips head screw holding that bracket on.
Let's
So I
do
don't
that.
know that we can get to the bracket without.
Yeah, let's take
Oh,
that.
there we go. Good enough. Yep, I have to get under it to get those
Yeah.
clips. Let me, that's a funky looking lower hose, but
So lower hose, we're gonna take the hose off first, and then that other plastic piece is it's some sort of locking piece, but it's notorious for breaking according to YouTube.
All right, so here's what we got down here. You can see those coolant lines. This plastic thing that hopefully we won't break, taking off. Coolant temperature sensor down there. And that's it. So we'll get these clips, or get these clamps off these hoses, and try to, well, we just disconnect that sensor, and yeah, she ought to come right on out.
You want me to get those clamps down here?
Yeah, where? I can put those on from the top.
Okay.
I should get that moved out of the way. So we're getting the clamps off the transmission cooling lines right now. We've got these clamps to pinch the hoses and try to retain as much fluid as we can. Grab a screwdriver real quick, see if I can help you. So it looks like here's our culprit, the tank, where the plastic tank attaches. I know that's a common spot for failure, but I'm not really seeing anything else that looks terribly suspicious. Except for that, you can see there's some residue. Yeah, some corrosion or antifreeze residue there. This side looks, except for the, you know, your normal junk from the road and whatnot. Not really seeing anything obvious over here either, but I do have a pressure tester, but you'd have to close off the end, and it doesn't really matter at this point because we're 100% positive the radiator is shot. So at this point, I'm gonna get this thing off, hopefully without breaking it, and move the sensor. Did you get another sensor?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna move this sensor over to that one. It's just got a plug in it now where the sensor goes. So get that swapped over, and then shove her back in. So I'm gonna try to pop this guy off. Remove that clip. It looks the same on the other side. Yeah, it's got a little retainer where it stays on. That. All right.
Well, I'm afraid to.
Does it unscrew?
Well, I thought it just.
I bet it's got some O-ring up in there. Looks like on the new radiator, it's not. Yeah, it's not threaded. So
I don't know. I don't know what that retaining ring would have been doing if it just couldn't pull off.
it is keyed, so it only there's a key back here on this side, so it'll only go on one way. So it's not going to turn. It's got to come straight up.
Okay.
Because it's keyed.
Mm-hmm.
May have to get maybe we can get something underneath it and pry it up a little bit without destroying everything. Now see, this is the Birdie Fab way.
I didn't really want to go for the biggest one at first, but maybe we ought to research that.
Yep. Research to YouTube. All right, got everything moved over. Well, yeah, it doesn't fit quite very well. These rubber shock isolators, whatever. Sensors in, this thing's in, those are tight. So let's throw it in. And as I've said before, put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. That works out. Gloves are always seem like a good plan.
Golly, tell you, man.
We're gonna destroy these fans.
Hang on.
It's all right. So yeah, gloves always seem like a good plan until, you forget them.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that sensor's plugged in. That guy is snapped in. He's working on the clamps down there. I generally withhold any kind of comments like this until the job is done, but this has actually been pretty straightforward. Can you get in there? I can probably spin this hose and clamp it and, spin the clamp around.
Okay.
If I need to. Yeah, let's try that. All right, got the sensor connected, the radiator, transmission cooler lines and the lower hose attached. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the fans back in it and upper hose and all that good stuff, and throw some coolant in it. Make sure it's not dumping out of that plastic thing down there. And we'll be good to go.
I really hope that fitting doesn't leak.
Yeah, all
That's
right.
the only thing that's got me sketched out.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see here shortly though. Got the fan connectors back. Upper radiator hose is done. The radiator support brackets are in. So far, positive feedback on the Hyper Tough ratchet. Of course, we're not doing any kind of major, serious work, but so far so good. All right, well, let's throw the, got one of these fancy funnel kits. I'll get this thing mounted up here to the filler, and oh, you know, we didn't put the surge tank back in.
That's right.
All right, so we'll get this guy bolted back in here, and then we'll start to throw some antifreeze in it. So all right, let's get this done. I'll check back in a minute. Got our funnel hooked up, and yeah, go ahead and dump it in, and then, well, you can go, let's pull the plug right quick, because we're going, that's really kind of a, all right, another two-handed job. Okay, plunger's out. Start throwing it in there. Let's go underneath here just to see if we got any activity. I'm not seeing anything dripping currently. Good sign. I'm gonna get under there. Let's see what we can see. Okay. Yeah, it's dry. I can feel it. I can feel the coolant.
In the tube?
Yeah, you can feel it kind of, every time it gurgles, I can feel it shaking down here. So yeah, still no leaks. All right, we got it fired up. Got the heater on, wide open. We'll sit here and watch it. But as soon as the thermostat opens, it should take some more antifreeze. We went ahead and topped off the surge tank too to the max cold fill line. So yeah, let's see what happens. Heater's blowing hot. Still not quite up to 9 o'clock on the temperature gauge over there, but not too worried about that. So I'm just gonna let it idle for a few more minutes, make sure there's nothing spectacular happening in the funnel, and I guess we'll plug it up, take it down the road. All right, road test is passing. Everything looks good. Heater's blowing hot. No weird smells. No smoke. So yeah, when we get back to the house, we'll do another quick leak check, and pending that, I think we're good to go.